Right, Gills fans, welcome back to the 893 show, and welcome back to the Disney Plus documentary that me and Beth been asked to film on Wrexham. I think we'd make more money from it than they do, but of course we are at the Racecourse. It is actually, believe it or not, the oldest stadium in Wales.
I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
Thank you.
Fun fact. I'm actually quite proud that I know that, and if I'm wrong, don't at me in the comments. We've just had a marathon to get here because there's no parking. It's in the middle of fucking city centre. How you feeling?
Hungry. We were queued up to get a burger that's like round the front of the ground, around the back of it now. We're in the queue and it's cash only. And
2023, mate.
I don't know anyone who carries cash these days.
Only naughty people carry cash.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hungry. The drive was a bit naff because the M6 was shut, so I think we had to go some back route. Yeah. I feel like I'm expecting us to lose today, so I'm not too excited about it.
I feel like the expectation of a loss, the hunger within both of us, is maybe making us a little bit depressed right now.
Yeah, a little bit hangry, I think.
But we thought, because there's the sign that says welcome to the Racecourse, we'll do it here. We keep it quick. I'm going to run through the team. It's unchanged. So it's Turner, Alexander, Moss and Ogie, Malone, Coleman, Jeffries, Mahoney, Williams, Clark, Bond.
There we go.
And the bench is as expected.
Yeah, no surprises.
No youth players in there.
I obviously wasn't there Tuesday, and I think Tuesday's a bit of a sticky one to go off, isn't it? Because it's a different kind of vibe, I feel, in a game like that. But I guess looking back on last week at Hereford, I know we won the game, but I think we both came out of it feeling a little bit uninspired by the football that was played. But, with it being the first league game today for Clemance, and against, one of the when I say big side, I don't mean they're a big side, okay, before everyone starts piping up in the comments. I mean, they are one of the ones that are at the top.
They're a better squad.
Yeah.
They've got one of the best squads in this division. Think
they're not a big side, Tim Pot.
Yeah, think what you want about the Disney Plus and the owners and all that. Look, if they had come and bought Gillingham, none of us would be complaining. I'll say that for free. None of us complain when Miss Gills came in with all his money. It's the same. It's just that they're famous. They have got a very, very good side. A very good side. Too good for this league, and it's going to be a tough test. I think the last two games, as we said, the FA Cup game was a bit of a nothing game on a Tuesday night. Who really cares? You know what I mean? I think we played some good stuff. So hopefully we can come out with a positive win, and we're a little bit more lively once we've got some food and we're winning 3-0
Yeah,
half time.
I'm gonna need, I think, at least 2 burgers in me.
Me too.
And if there's not got food in the ground or a place that takes a card, half-time report, unless we're winning 3-0, I'm going to be livid.
I will also be writing a very strongly worded email to Mr. Reynolds and Disney Plus about the lack of food. Before we do go, because we'll keep this short and sweet because we're both dead, score prediction.
I mean, our score predictions last week were a bit naff, weren't they? And we wasted a bit of money thinking that Gills were actually going to win 7-0. But I could see it being a 0-0 today.
8-2 Gills. Heard it here first.
I'm not putting money on that one.
Disney pipe and smoke it. Up the Gills.
half time here at the Racecourse. It is Gillingham 0, Wrexham 1. Give me 3 words to describe that first half performance.
No fucking change. What they said.
Yeah.
No fucking change. Is my 3 words, you?
Lackluster. Shit. Penalty.
Right, yeah, so let's clarify. We should have had a penalty, 100%.
100% right at the end on the brink of half time. Touched his hand. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, it was handball. Should have definitely had a penalty. Fully agree. However, what that doesn't excuse is the fact that we are fucking awful.
Oh yeah, there is. Do you remember at Swindon, and we were both super happy with the performance because we had some sort of idea of what we wanted to do and how we were playing. I've got none of that today.
Got no idea. No idea on what we're trying to do. Yeah, there's some nice patterns of play. We've had a few where we've done a few little good passes, maybe correct. Not a clear-cut chance, but a chance. But it's all come to nothing, and I don't see what we're trying to do. Their goal is shit one to concede. We should have got the ball out, but they haven't been fantastic themselves. But we're sick. A lot of the fans that we've spoken to feel like we're defeated already. They haven't looked that good, in my opinion. I don't know about you.
No, I don't think they've looked good. I just think they passed the ball better than us.
100%. 100%. We haven't got long for this one.
We don't.
We haven't got long for this half time.
I feel that there's not really a lot to say.
No.
It was just a shit first half. And our only real opportunity was that penalty.
Turn your fucking
turn your fucking music down.
It's signalling second half. So we'll see you in Beskar at full time. Other fucking Gills.
Other fucking Gills. That was shit. Gills.
Right then, Gills fans, it's actually well past the time that the game finished. It's 11:15. I've just made it back to my dad's. which is obviously where I'm ending up tonight. Where to start, really? Such a disappointing result today in the end. Obviously, to wind up on the wrong end of the 2-0 scoreline. Look, full credit to Wrexham. I thought they were absolutely fantastic, and they're playing exactly the type of football that I'd like to see us play, in terms of that, keeping possession in the right areas and using it in attacking areas. You know, they're keeping possession, but they are making chances and opportunities, and getting the ball into the box, getting the ball into those areas that defenders don't want to be and your attackers want the ball to be. It's just not something we're doing. Look, you can play as much possession football as you want. If you're not going to use it in the right areas, you're not going to use it to make those chances, then you're not going to win football matches. And that's ultimately what cost us today. We didn't make enough chances. I think we had 2 shots on target. Tim Diengli scored one that went off target at the end of the game when the game's done. And look, it was disappointing. I'm not going to get carried away and start saying that Clemance isn't the right man for the job and all that. It's far too soon for that. I tweeted on the 1893 show account saying, how long do we trust this process for? And that's not to say that I don't trust the process, but you know, questions have to be asked of how long are we going to trust this process and this new direction that the Gallants are putting into place, all the while that nothing's coming of it. You know, we're not seeing any changes in the way that the team's playing, in anything really. We're not seeing those changes that we wanted to see, and that this new direction, the only direction that we've gone so far, is sideways and down. And if you're at the game today, you'll understand the sideways reference, because all the play was going sideways. That's all it was. You know, look, I back the process and I back Clemance for now. That may change. I'll be honest with you. But not yet. I think there are positives to take from the game. Don't get me wrong, there are positives. There were some really nice patterns of play. You could see some of the things that they were clearly working on the training ground. 100%. You could see some things that were worked on the training ground. Certainly set pieces, we looked like we worked on the training ground. You know, but all we're really doing is playing this defensive possession style of football, but in a better area than we were under Neil Harris at the moment. So look, he's 2 weeks into the job. There's still lots of work to do, but not a fantastic performance today, and not a great performance. And I know that a few in the ground weren't happy, and I've seen a lot on Twitter about a lot of people not being happy about the performance and the result in the end. I think for me, the main thing I take is, you know, look at Wrexham and how good they are and how they're playing football. You know, the amount of times they get the ball into the box, they put the cross in, they put that ball in behind, they put defenders in positions they don't want to be, and ultimately strikers like Ollie Palmer will prey on that and score goals from it. Their first goal comes from defensive errors. Their second goal comes from a fantastic cross from Elliot Lee. Tozer puts it in. You know, good players will prey on those mistakes of your defence, and to make those mistakes happen, you have to put the ball in the box. Now, we're doing the first part really well in terms of moving the players about and getting the ball out to those areas, but the ball isn't going in, the delivery isn't going in. Now, I've seen a lot of people say Macaulay Bond's not the striker, he's not the man. Macaulay Bond, for me, is a poacher. He will, you know, get on the end of these mistakes, get on the end of these balls, but we're not putting him in. We're asking him to play a role that ultimately isn't one that is very that asks much of a solo striker, especially in League Two, which is, you know, getting on the ball a lot and, you know, trying to be that extra man. What we need from our solo striker is getting goals, and ultimately for him to get goals, that ball has to go into the area of uncertainty. So, you know, when that ball goes out to Che, he's got to whip it in behind those defenders, in between those defenders, their goalkeeper, and into that 6-yard box. So the goalkeeper doesn't know if he's coming, defenders are back to goal, Macaulay Bond can get in there, prone a mistake. We're not putting teams in positions to make mistakes. Now, that may come, hopefully it does come. Clemance is still yet to really put his stamp on this team, and what we've got to remember is, you know, for the best part of 2 years, they've been under Neil Harris, if not longer, so it's going to take time for him to get it into place. The only thing I, as I say, massively take from this game is look how Wrexham play. That is how you win games in League Two and ultimately get out of this division. It's playing really good football, being really good on the ball, being solid defensively, playing your football in the right areas, and making the opponents make mistakes by putting balls into the box. I want to give a shout out to Elliot Lee today. He was absolutely fantastic for Wrexham. Their best player by far. Absolutely changed the game for them, and you know, much to improve, much to move on to next week. Home to Salford City. Just be me for that one. Obviously great to have Beth back. I know Beth echoes we were having a discussion on the way back. She echoes what we were saying there, and obviously the one thing that we both pointed out is Clem has done his post-match interview and said that he can't fault the players' effort. Now for me, that the biggest thing that I can fault today was the effort. I don't know if that was just how it was taken from the stands. I'm not the only one. I know Beth echoes this as well, in the fact that I felt that some players weren't giving it 100%. Now I'm not sitting here to say that, well, I think that's the case. I think from what we saw, I think there was a lack of impetus. I think a lack of attacking impetus for me. And whether that's just because he's trying to tweak it and get it working and get it firing right. And I hope that when it does start firing right, it fires right, and then that fires Gills in the right way. We also tweeted as well saying thank you to the guys that saw us at the game. It was great to meet quite a few of you today actually, and have some conversations with all of you guys. We really do appreciate all your support, and if you do see us at games, feel free to come up to us, have a chat. We're me and Beth, we're always happy to have a chat with you all. Just come give us a tap on the shoulder, say hello, and yeah, well, we'll move on. Disappointing. It was great to experience the racecourse. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that game's going to make the documentary, being the Remembrance Day game. So we may have lost 2-0, but we've made Disney Plus. So let's take the positives out of the game, shall we? I will see you all at Salford, and then Beth will be back for the Tranmere game. And as always, up the Gills.